Here's what I would donate a lot of money for you to do. Nothing creepy. What I would want you to do is go get your driver's license renewed in girl
and
mode.
then come to my house. Yeah.
And then just head right on over.
Oh, here's what I would do. Get your passport updated.
They last for 10 years, man. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Intelligent.
Yeah, it's a commitment. Did you know anyone in high school who tried to, like, fuck a vacuum or anything?
Yes.
Like maybe someone real close to you.
It's me.
No. It was I thought the dude was cool. Like, I was fine with this guy. The whole school turned their back on him when he tried to fuck a vacuum. And I was like, I see the logic. I don't know why everyone's giving him shit. Like, I'm still on team whatever his name was.
I am too. I have definitely stuck my dick in the vacuum a time or two. You know, I didn't get anything out of it personally. You know, I really should have used that suction attachment and not the bottom with all the spinning.
You just had it on, you have it on and leaning on the ground like it's a fucking wood chipper.
I set it to shag, and
you set it to shag. I love it
because I knew that was, you know, sex, and it didn't work out. It didn't work out at all. You should see what I'm left with now.
It's very clean.
It's a fucking mess down there.
Yeah, no, I never gave that one a go.
Vacuum circumcision never caught your eye.
Stuck it right in the end of that, like that. I don't know. They're about this big. It was a tight fit. It's the end of the shop vac or something like that. And I was like, wait a minute. Turns out getting your dick sucked is not all about suction. and I immediately was like, all right, well, this isn't the thing. And then I think I moved on to like fucking couches or something like that. You know, like. Maybe
between
like
the couch cushions.
That's
you got the couch cushions, and then you maybe add like some saran wrap and some like lube from around the house.
This is experienced prison Kyle talking. Young Kyle didn't know all this, right?
Oh, I bet he did.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I knew that. Well, what I don't like and didn't like then is like fucking dry couch cushions. It doesn't feel good.
Of course not.
Not into that. I like lubrication, but as an adult man, though, there's like slightly different rules. Like I can't talk to children. Like
not
I'm
with
not allowed.
your dick out.
Like I was wearing my bicycle shorts. All right, I don't see what the big deal is.
You're wearing women's bicycle shorts and your penis.
No, I don't own a bicycle. What's the point?
What's the point? I got what you're wearing a hoodie. There's no attempt to keep the hoodie and a helmet. Yeah,
no, I've said it before, but like when the little kids in my neighborhood are like, hey, I'm just like, don't look at me. I'm not allowed to talk to you. Because I know if an adult looks out their window and my ass is in the street, like bent down so I can look at their little faces and I'm like trying to play along and be friendly with them, it looks sketchy. It looks sketchy. What's that man talking to those little kids for? I don't know. They probably waved to him. Nah, I don't buy it.
I don't buy it.
I don't buy it.
Why is he inviting them into his garage gym?
One of them tried to push past my leg one day and come into my house. Like a little boy, a little black boy had been like, doing the ding dong ditch thing to my doorbell, and it was all in good fun. I wasn't mad at all. He looked 8 or something, and I like got by the door and I listened so I'd catch him. I could hear his little feet on the asphalt outside, and like right before he could even ring it, I like yoinked the door open like in his face, and I was like, "Ha ha, gotcha!" And he like jumped back and laughed and everything, and then he like recovered. And I was like, hey, you can't be ringing my doorbell. He goes, what y'all doing in there? And like tries to push past me into my home. And I literally have to, and like, he's like, his head is like
dick
crotch
height
level. And he's bumping into me. And I'm just like, you got to back up. I'm like,
call the police on a 5-year-old black kid and the news gets
I'm not afraid of him. I'm afraid of how it looks for this like little child to be like pushing into this felon's home in the middle of the day. Like, I don't want any part of this, dude.
That is scary. I don't know what I would do. Just close the door and be like, which house is yours? All right, I'm gonna go have a little conversation here.
I said something like, you can't come in. You can't come in. And I think I said, I'm working, so please don't ring the doorbell. I know it's funny, but go get them over there. They'll like it. I did something like that, and like they didn't bother me anymore. And also,
there's a house across the highway. That's
it's full of candy. You see that hornet nest? You know what that is? Candy.
Yeah.
It's candy. It's candy storage. Yeah, send them to the swimming pool. Tell them under that big rubber mat they've got over the pool, there's gold.
Your kids die every year because of those mats.
Yeah.
Lift them up. They fall in. They can't find their way out.
Or they like cling to you like a parachute.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you get sucked in.
There used to be those stories about people getting their assholes sucked out by the filters, like the pool things, but I don't. Is that real?
From Final Destination?
I think that's just from It's Always Sunny in Final Destination.
Diglett.
Like a Diglett, yeah.
Wow, there's a British dude right on the call.
Okay.
I'm sure he's got one. Never mind.
No, this would be fun. How many quarters can you fit in your foreskin?
M&M's is the way to go, by the way.
M&M's is the way.
But they leave it all the rainbow colors.
That's even better.
Yeah, I don't know why I pitched that as a weird downside.
Skittles works too, if you don't mind the little citric acid.
I've got. Yeah, I was going to say these like ones that are hyper sour with the like the white crystals on them.
Don't do that.
Quick on that.
Skittles might be my least favorite
so
candy. If there were Skittles here, if Skittles had no calories, I wouldn't eat them.
What?
Hard disagree.
Yeah.
Oh.
What the hell?
They're not that bad. They would never be my choice. If I'm going candy, I want a more chocolatey thing.
I typically go chocolatey. I have tried sugary recently. I know chocolate sugar, but like, you know, think of like the Sour Patch Kids, and it's like, you know, I forgot what I was missing over here on this side of the aisle. There's some quality candy here.
Yeah,
great. Sour stuff, fucking great.
Hate it.
By the way, I can't go over that you don't like Skittles, Carl. This is where our Discord like DM flirting stops.
You know what? I hate Starburst too. Starburst too. Both of them.
What? No. Now you're wrong. Like what colors are you talking about? The red Starburst, fine. The red ones are not great. Pink and yellow. Are you retarded?
I might hate pink the most.
That's absurd.
I hate that. Like, oh man, I can just feel it in my mouth right now, and I want to spit it out. like it's still horse medicine. You guys are taking horse medicine now.
Dude, everyone's taking horse medicine now.
Yeah, I hope nobody.
Yeah, I mean, we just have dog medicine around the house already. They're human-sized dogs. Judge me if you will.
That's fair. No,
I gave my dog some ivermectin today. Some Heart Guard.
That's a Seinfeld episode. You take the
once a month.
You take the dog to the vet and tell him it has the symptoms that you have.
Yeah, this dog is depressed and suicidal. He's
kind of lost his purpose in life and he's having dark thoughts at night.
Yeah,
Teddy is thinking about killing himself.
Teddy's his girlfriend better. Now he's sad.
I think a Xanax might help him. Drug-seeking behavior at the
vet. I bet they'll hook you right up at the vet. Like maybe that's that little known thing that like the vet will just hook you up. Like he knows his business.
I'm sure.
Considered that. Because I bet the vet can prescribe more than doctors can. Maybe
the amounts, right? Like all right, so you got a 1,000-pound heifer that's depressed, huh?
All right, get a wheelbarrow for the biggest Wellbutrin on earth.
You know what? He hands you a pill that's like a fucking hockey puck and tells you to take a chip off every day.
I hadn't like, and like, I mean, there are probably tranquilizers and stuff that you don't prescribe to people.
Yeah. Well, we wanted to have you on because you know it's a big day in the news with women's issues, and we thought we shouldn't be three guys sitting here talking about Roe v. Wade without a lady present. So
the closest you can get.
This is the closest we could get. Yeah,
we want an actual lady. That would suck.
We don't have a very deep bench.
Well, I mean, we're putting on a fucking show here. We couldn't just like, well, you know what I mean.
And we're obviously the three of us fundamentalist Christians, so you know where we come down on this.
That's right.
Woody got that from his parents.
You know,
I just pretend to take choice from women.
Taylor, you may be the most read as it pertains to the Bible and maybe in general of us all here. I heard a little thing yesterday on the internet. They said that the only mention of abortion in the Bible was like essentially an instruction manual on how to perform one. Do you think, is that accurate?
I've never heard of that before. I mean, there's multiple verses about it, but most of them, like abortion, wasn't a thing. then. Like it wasn't an understood thing. And so it's like, I mean, there were ways that you could, I'm sure, like stick a stick up there or something horrific.
I think they would drink like stuff as well,
or poison, something like that. But like the verses they lean on heavily. The biggest one I remember from growing up in religious school and church was like the "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you." That's a verse talking about where Christians will say their argument is like, well, you are a fully formed soul. The Lord knows who you are from the moment of conception. And so you are a human. You're a unique human. And I knew you in the womb. And so like that's what I always heard growing up. Probably a couple other ones.
What's a Bible era abortion look like? What the fuck do they do?
Gruesome.
No, I think you're probably drinking some herbs and bark that's been, you know, mixed together by some shaman lady or something, and it's triggering, I mean, that's how so many morning
there's something like that.
I just really, you think they invented the Plan B pill back then?
I think it was food, but I bet they had something. Yeah.
I'll bet so much money.
I mean,
like most
limit, which is $5.
I feel like
most of
$5 it is.
All right.
See, I just guarantee that like aspirin comes from the bark of a tree, and they had that shit in the Middle Ages. So like, I'm sure that like half the population had this issue occasionally where they're going to have a baby and maybe they don't want to. I'm sure they figured out what to do about that, and it was probably some sort of concoction. They mixed some roots and flowers or something like some sort of natural cocktail they mixed up and drank.
Well, it's like how they figured out a lot of prescription and like pharmacological drugs now is back in the day. They're like, oh, they take this leaf, they pound it into mortar and pestle, and then they eat the dust and it makes their nausea go away. So they're like, oh, well, let's research. Oh, there's something in this that actually helps with that. Let's isolate that. Like that's how so many medicines came about.
Yeah, they may not know exactly what's happening on a fucking biochemical level, but they know it works.
Yeah, just like they knew that like lead plates, pewter plates, made your tomatoes taste a little better.
Oh, so much better.
But it was just the acidic of the tomatoes leaching bits of lead, which taste sweet, and it makes you retarded over time.
Yeah. But in small doses, it makes for a hell of a meal.
In small doses, it just makes you...
Like salt. You treat lead like salt.
Just a little bit of lead.
And just a bit of lead on the top.
You just know the guy that figured out like lead and like making pewter plates. He's like, I'm helping so much. Like I'm really helping out. This is a plentiful material. Plates for all. No longer plates just for the rich. Now we can all go insane eating our berries when we turn 65.
I saw some interesting stuff with the Roe v. Wade thing. But just to be clear, I think we're all like pro-abortion. However you want, whatever tagline you want to throw on it, I think we're for the woman's right to choose. At the very least, at some point.
Oh, there have to be some of our viewers who don't know you already.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. I give my backstory.
I think they figured it out.
Look at this. Basically, 3 years. You know, like how you play those games where you're like, oh, for $1 million, would you suck a dick? Well, someone 3 years ago offered me 10 grand a month if I dressed up as a girl for the next few years. And then I just took it. That's how I started.
Wow. 10 grand a month every month?
Do you not get that was a joke?
I thought I was picturing some Saudi prince who got you started in this, like, and then you were like, oh man, it's not just the Saudi prince who's interested. It's
Taylor,
the whole world.
You're not alone on this island. I bought every word of it.
Okay. Well, shit.
Sorry,
Kyle's the only one who saw through it immediately.
Retard mode tonight. Sorry.
Yeah,
I mean,
my transmission has one speed, Taylor.
Just because there's one guy, the one guy who will buy the $3,500 body pillow, I'm not sure there's Saudi princes that are looking to sissify Birmingham boys out there for $10K a month. I think they could do it way cheaper, frankly.
Finn, you're looking smashing today. I appreciate all the effort.
Thank you. The last time I was on, I was like writing notes down to talk about, but you just wanted to look at my tits, so like I made them better. That's all I worked on this time.
Yeah, you look great. Very high effort. I was just scrolling through your Twitter, seeing what you were up to, and you're very jokey. Did someone actually buy a body pillow of you for $3,400?
I'm so glad you saw that. Yeah.